Elon Musk, Donkey from Shrek, and Donald Trump had found themselves in an unbelievable and strange situation. They were standing in the boardroom of an old train station, unsure of how they got there. He had long, white hair and was wearing a long black robe. He looked around the room with a stern expression on his face and stepped forward. "I am the Grand Wizard," he said in a booming voice. "I have brought you here to help me with a task of great importance. I need your help to save the train station from certain destruction. Will you accept this quest?" Elon, Donkey, and Donald looked around in confusion and perplexity, unsure of what to do. The Terminator seemed to understand what was going on and stepped forward. "We will help you," he said firmly. The Grand Wizard nodded and turned to the others. "Very well," he said. Elon was looking perplexed. Donkey was nervously pacing back and forth, and Donald Trump was unamused. "Your mission is to repair the tracks of the station so that the train can continue on its journey. I will provide you with the tools and knowledge you need to complete the task. Are you ready?" The unlikely foursome exchanged glances, unsure of what to make of the situation. After a few moments of silence, Elon stepped forward. "Let's do this," he said. The Terminator nodded and began to hand out tools to the others. They all set to work, and despite the odds, they eventually managed to repair the tracks. The Terminator thanked them for their hard work, disappeared without another word. Now, the only thing left to figure out was how they had all gotten there in the first place. As they discussed the matter, they realized that they had all received a mysterious invitation to the train station, but none of them had any idea what it was for. Before they could figure out what was going on, the Terminator tumbled into the room. With no other leads, they decided that their only option was to search the station for clues. They all split up and began to look around the station, but it wasn't long before they found themselves in the boiler room. With no other options, they decided to investigate further. As they explored the room, they found an old set of train tracks that had been damaged and needed to be repaired. Conclusion: the group worked together to repair the tracks, and soon enough, the train was able to continue on its journey. As the train pulled away, the four of them were left standing in the boiler room, still not knowing how they had all ended up there, but at least they had accomplished something together, and they all agreed that it was an experience they would never forget. The Terminator informed them that they needed to help him fix the tracks of the station so that the train could continue on its journey. Even though they were all in disbelief, the unlikely foursome set about the task of repairing the tracks, and were eventually successful. Now, the only thing left to figure out was how they had all gotten there in the first place. Suddenly, a loud noise filled the room and the walls began to shake. Elon, Donkey, Donald, and the Terminator all looked around in confusion as a bright light filled the room. The light began to take shape and slowly morphed in the figure of a tall, slender man.